Hey, welcome back to my channel. This week's project is going to be to clean up and give a light restoration to this Belden portable wiring kit. I picked this up at an estate sale a few weeks back. It's filthy dirty, but I thought this would make a cool display piece and it doesn't need a ton of work, so I think. All right, let's get into it. All right, other than this thing just being absolutely filthy dirty, the only issues I see with it is one, the drawer is jammed shut, so I gotta get that open. And this piece here is bent. These spin fine. This one does not spin because this has been bent. So the first thing is going to be to get it apart. And it looks like that pops off there. The amount of dirt and dust caked on this thing is pretty incredible. But I'm hoping this thing will clean up nice. I'll deal with that in a minute. It sounds like it's packed full. Look at all that dust coming off of there. So it's got these little tabs that were sitting down behind this, so to get it out, you just got to kind of lift it up. And I'm going to work on getting this out, where it appears that it will not come out. Yeah, these are crimped over after it was put in, so that's not coming out of there, but that's okay. My main thing is I want to get this straight so that it fits a little better. All right, I've got it clamped down in here pretty good, and you can see it's coming off at a pretty severe angle. I'm just going to try and bend it like this. Oh wow, that was easy. Looks pretty good. Now I got a little bend here. This is actually really easy to bend. No wonder it bent so much. I know it's not perfect, but let me see if that helps any. Perfect. You know, I used to use a product called Crud Cutter a lot on items like this, but I've stopped using it because sometimes it does damage to the paint. I've been using this Zep all-purpose cleaner, and it's got some degreaser in it, and it's been working very well. I think we're going to be amazed at the color difference in this, if I can get it clean enough and get it polished. Got some paint missing here. All right, I'm gonna get a lot of this done off camera so I don't bore you to death, and I'll come back. Okay, I got the base cleaned, kind of went over everything twice. It looks better than it did with all that dust on it, but it still doesn't look great. I'm hoping that some polishing compound will bring more of this color out and clean this up a little better. So I'll put that off to the side, and then I'm gonna start cleaning the spools up. It says Belden, wire maker for industry since 1902, Chicago. Wires, cables, and cords. And on this side, it tells you what goes on this spool. So this one takes 100 foot of, I guess, number 6 blue. It's a 16 gauge plastic primary wire. Made in USA. I'm hoping these clean up really nice. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks good. But yeah, that came out pretty good. There's the other side, and then this is what it looked like before. So still have a little more work to do. I'm probably going to have to get some steel wool on the center part to get that rust off. But if they all clean up that good, I'll be happy. Okay, I got these cleaned up. Pretty happy with how they all came out. I ended up just cleaning them in the sink with some soap and just an old paintbrush I use for cleaning. The most time-consuming part was blowing them off because water gets up underneath this rolled edge, and you got to make sure you get all that water out of there and get it good and dry, or it will rust underneath there. So I'm going to put these off to the side for now, and we're going to get started on the drawer. Here's a little card you could mail in. It says no postage stamps necessary. I should fill it out and send it in, see what happens. And here's some instructions on how to use the crimping tool. That must have come with it and fit in here, but I don't have it, but it'd be fun to see if I could find one. All right, I got it emptied out. I'll bring it into the washroom area and we'll get this cleaned up. Okay, there's still some dirt on here. I'm gonna see if I can get some of it out with a polishing compound. I use a Turtle Wax brand, and I'll just kind of mist my rag here. Just get it just a little bit damp. And I'll just do one side here and we'll see if it makes a big difference. Turn the camera around. All right. So yeah, I think it's definitely making a difference. We got some paint loss down here, but I'm just going to keep on with this. All right, so we sampled that. Now let's sample one of these, and I'll finish everything else off camera. I couldn't tell when I was cleaning if it was rust or just caked on grease. I think it's just dirt. Gotta be careful here, I don't want to rub that off. Okay, I will get the rest of these done and come back. Well, let's sample this. Let's bring a little more color back. Hopefully that's showing up for the camera. All right, I'm gonna get the rest of this done. I'm lazy and decided to use my pneumatic polisher. And it's doing a good job, so I'm gonna go ahead and at least do this piece with the pneumatic. And I've switched to this liquid compound. Well, I hope the camera picks this up, but this has not been polished yet. The rest of it has. So, yeah, I've got a little detail work to do. But yeah, I think that's really helping. There's a lot of caked on stuff on these edges. So I'm just taking a gray pad and just lightly going over it. I'm not really putting any pressure on because I don't want to take the paint off. And I'm also polishing out the inside of these, just get them as nice as I can. It's got a little nylon brush, and I'll run it around the edge, make sure I get all the compound dug out from underneath here. Maybe here's a little bit better before and after, so you can see how dirty this rim is. And then this is after polishing. There's another good before and after. So this one has not been fully cleaned yet. This is done. You can see the color difference of the inside piece. It's quite significant. So okay, the polishing is about done on the spools. And I was looking back at the cabinet, and I'm just not happy with how this paint's looking. It just doesn't look great. So what I've decided to do is wet sand this, and you can see I've wet sanded this section down here, and it is super slick. If you can hear this, but when I rub across this, nothing. So I'm going to do my best to wet sand this. I'm using 3000 grit. I'm going to try very, very hard not to burn through any of the paint. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this around here, but the plan now is going to be to go ahead and wet sand it, and then put a couple coats of clear on it, and hopefully this thing will come out better than just polishing. You got to be extra careful where these raised portions are, because the paint will be really thin on that. I've got some paint loss in different areas. I just want to minimize, like I said earlier, any burn through. I don't want to look like there's more paint loss than there already is. I did a little test section back here. I did this in satin, and I did the other side in gloss. I definitely like the gloss better. I wish I had some semi-gloss, but I'm just going to go ahead and go with gloss. I'm going to paint the bottom side of the cabinet first, and I did go ahead and wet sand the front of the drawer as well, so I'll get that painted as well. All right, I got the paint job done yesterday. Good news and bad news is, the good news is the base came out just absolutely stunning. I could not have asked for anything better. The gloss looks real good on there. Saved as much as the paint as I could. Still gonna have, you know, these bare spots here, but not much I can do about it. But man, I'm really excited about this. The bad news is the drawer came out horrible. I don't know if you could tell from when I was painting, but let me get my glasses on so I can see, but I've got some serious runs in this thing. It's a different spray can than what I'm used to using, and I didn't realize the paint was just gonna dump out of there. So maybe if I get in the right light, you can see all these runs. So I'm going to try and resand this and repaint this today. All right, I did end up moving this around a little bit more, and it just didn't look good. So I did put a coat of satin black on this just to clean it up a little bit more. So now I'm going to get this back on the base here. Fits real good now. And for the screws, I just polished them up on the fiber wheel. Now, hopefully this fits in here real nice now. Oh yeah, got my drawer. And then I've got my spools. Now my spools, I did have some wire around here. These were left over from some previous projects, so I just went ahead and spooled it up on here. These came out really nice. This is probably the worst one. Some of the other ones cleaned up a little bit better. We'll make these look a little nicer just by trimming up some of these loose ends here. Now remember how this one would not spin around? Fits perfectly now. Well, here it is, my vintage Belden portable wiring kit. I think this thing cleaned up really nice. The wire that I put on here is not what it says on the spool, but I wasn't going to go out and spend a lot of money on a bunch of wire that I'll never use. I think this thing cleaned up really nice considering what it looked like before. It's a proud display piece, but also I've got my heat shrink tubing, got some connectors in here, some things I'll use in the future. So yeah, I'm going to hang on to this and just keep it on display here in the shop, but yet use it as well. Well, thanks for watching the video of the cleanup of the Belden portable wiring kit. I just thought that thing was so cool. I spent, I think it was $10 on it at a estate sale auction, and it was filthy dirty and had to do some polishing, some wet sanding to bring the paint back, but I think it came out pretty good. I like it anyway. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you back soon.